Meanwhile, 40-year high inflation driving up the price of pretty much everything. This holiday season, a new Wall Street Journal poll finds that most Americans are not expecting any relief in the new year, with 52% anticipating the economy will get worse in 2023. And inflation continues elevated. A new Fox News poll finds that 44% say President Biden is making inflation worse. Only 26% say he is helping prices get lower. Of course, they are working right now on another gigantic spending package, which is rivaling the COVID-19 relief package of $1.9 trillion. Joining me right now is New York Congressman, member of the House Homeland Security Committee, Andrew Garbarino. And Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. Can you give us a sense of where this omnibus negotiation stands right now, given the fact that we know the roots, the root of inflation at 40-year highs is the $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, and now you and your colleagues are negotiating something similar in size?
Well, it's amazing. The Democrats are just moving ahead, acting as if they didn't even lose the election. Republicans are about to take over the House come January 3rd, but they're negotiating this bill that we're supposed to be voting on. We haven't even seen what we're voting on this week. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're just moving ahead. They're spending as much money as they can before they're out of power. The American people need Republicans to take over this House on January 3rd just to stop the spending that the Democrats and this Biden administration are doing. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's quite extraordinary. I know that Congress has until December 23rd to craft a full-year omnibus deal. And the negotiations are for a $1.7 trillion spending bill. What you're saying you haven't seen anything, so you don't even know what's in this bill?
No, not at all. We have not seen, the negotiations are still going on. We have not seen what we're voting on right now. There are very important things that need to get taken care of, but like 9/11 healthcare funding, that should be in this bill. We are hearing that is not going to be in this bill, but spending on the Green New Deal and all things that on the Democrats' wish list are going to be in this bill, and it's something that Republicans are shaking their head at. They can't believe that this is what's going to be in this big omnibus, $1.7 trillion, and we're about to take over. It's so frustrating that even on her last days, Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden are just doing whatever they want with total disregard for the American people.
Well, I mean, how about your colleagues in the Senate, Republicans in the Senate? Are they going along with this? Are they going to hold the line and not agree to any new spending until money is sent to the border? I mean, let's face it, Title 42 is about to end on Wednesday. New York City officials are expecting a surge of up to 1,000 migrants arriving every week in New York. Mayor Eric Adams is warning that 15 buses of illegal migrants will arrive even before Wednesday. And city officials are now asking the government for $3 billion to handle this surge, Congressman. We know that already 5 million people have crossed into America illegally on Joe Biden's watch. What is the number going to be next year? 6.5 million?
Oh, it's not going to stop. We sent a bipartisan letter. Myself and my colleagues in Congress, Democrats and Republicans, sent a letter this week saying we need to keep Title 42 in place. We can't afford, both financially and in other ways, having these migrants come over. I met with New York City officials saying, please help us. But our requests are falling on deaf ears. I mean, no, they are not. It seems very political, the reason they're lifting Title 42. It has worked for 2 years, ever since President Trump put it in place. But Democrats here in Washington, they know they're going to be out of power in 2 weeks, so they're doing whatever they can, and they're not doing anything else. But I have a school district here, 2 school districts, Central Islip and Brentwood, that are just dealing with the effects of migrants continuing to come in. They've got no additional aid, anything. But they keep getting students, migrants that are here, and they keep getting them sent, and they have to pay for it. We don't have enough teachers. They wouldn't have enough school buildings. But the federal government, the Democrats in charge, do not care.
So, Congressman, you are an elected official in New York. What are your priorities right now for New York?
Well, right now, one of our priorities for taking over is get Kevin McCarthy elected as Speaker. He has been a great leader. He deserves to be Speaker. And I think he'll hold the line, along with the rest of us Republicans, in any new spending that the Democrats want. They're going to hopefully we'll be able to bring down the cost of goods, of food, of gas. Right now, we're going to have to play defense. The Democrats just want to keep spending money. Republicans, especially us in New York, are going to have to stop the over aggressiveness of the Democrats. But specifically for New York, like I said, 9/11 health care is very huge. Dealing with the SALT issue is also very huge. But just stopping Democrats from spending too much money is the first thing on our agenda.
Okay, and we will be speaking with Kevin McCarthy shortly. He's going to be joining me at 8 a.m. Eastern this morning to talk about that tight race and why the Republicans are not all in line behind him. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us. Andrew Garbarino here joining us in New York. Thank you, sir.